Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I think you need to be closer to the mic, as always.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hi. We decided to do this live stream because I think, a lot of people are stuck at home. So we are stuck at home. This is Matt next to me. He is my husband. And I'm also very lucky that he's an amazing musician, a wonderful double bass player. And then he learned the instrument that is from where I'm from. I didn't do it, he did it. And so he's going to talk about it a little bit today.
Ashamed.
I should be ashamed, yes. I thought this was the appreciation day, and
Well,
what we're thankful
you can't
for.
have Croatian appreciation without a little shame thrown in.
Okay. So let us know if you can see us. We should be streaming from Facebook, from my profile, from my Facebook page, from YouTube, and from Twitch. And let us see in the comments if you can see us. Just, drop a quick hi, everything's cool, we can hear you, we can see you well. If that's the case, if it's not, tell us what's wrong. I've done a lot of these live streams, but I haven't done them today is a week, actually, since I've done it. So, a week ago, we had an online concert here, which took a lot of preparation, and I was doing daily live streams, and then I needed to take a little break. But then Matt was saying how he would like to present mech. Mech is the bagpipes, Primorski mech. And I was like, let's just, sit behind the piano here and talk about it a little bit. So I'm just going to let him speak for a second because I keep going. So Matt Muntz, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? So like she said, what is your phone blowing up? Is it?
No,
I keep hearing
that's
it's vibrating.
yours.
No, it's not. Mine's right here, and it's on silent.
Okay, but whatever is happening, I think we're good.
I'm sorry, I just am getting distracted. Anyway, see, it's not. I'm holding it in my hand. It's somewhere else.
Cal check.
Okay. So, So like she said, I learned how to play this lovely and strange instrument called the mech, which is this rubber chicken looking thing here. And should I demonstrate? Should I talk? Like what do you this was supposed to be an interview, so you can ask me questions if you want. Or if you have questions in the chat, sound off.
So what I wanted to say is, I let him do a little bit of introduction, and he's like, it's an interview. Ask me questions. Okay, so what do you have in your hands, Matt?
I said it already. It's the mech. You said it too.
And what is a mech?
It's a bag.
A bag of what?
Of joy. It's a bag. No, this is a sheepskin. Don't. Pusti me na miru. Anyway, so this is the bag. It's made out of sheepskin, and this is the chanter and the blowpipe. If you know your bagpipe terminology, the chanter is where you play your fingers. Blowpipe is where you blow. There are no drones on this, which is what you would find on a Scottish or a Bulgarian or other types of bagpipes. And the way it works is you blow this up, and this is basically like a third lung. So the whole point is that you put air into here. There's two reeds inside here, which I'll show later, and they make noise by vibrating. And so the whole idea is that you can play this forever. You never have to stop to breathe because the air is all in here. You have another lung. And I believe that this particular type of bagpipe, this kind of chanter layout and the way the whole bag construction, there's similar ones that have been found in ancient Egypt and in Iran. There's something called a ney, which is very similar. And the theory is that it came to Croatia and the Mediterranean region in like Greco-Roman times via North Africa or the Near East. So it's old. This is the real trad stuff, if you will. Are people saying stuff?
Yes, we see that we have a viewer from Malmö, from Sweden, which is super cool. And Mattia is here too, and he's giving us thumbs up, which means that the sound is cool. I trust him. Mattia, the amazing piano player from Croatia, and Velimir from Queens. I think he's in Queens now. So cool. Yeah, they're all helping us. They're giving us feedback. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I'm glad you can see us all over the place from our apartment in Brooklyn, in New York. That's where we're at right now. So yeah, do you want to show having your extra lungs? Do you want to play it a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be the best beginning. So here we go. Yeah. Cool. So, what did you play?
I just made that up, but I guess I kind of played in a way that is sort of reflective of the way it's played traditionally. Like there's certain, just because of the way the chanters work, because again there's two reeds in here, so that it's actually like two separate pipes that kind of create this composite thing. And just because of the layout, like there's certain scales and melodies that are super idiomatic and just come out. So yeah, I just kind of messed around in that.
Do you want to show it? Do you want to open it, or?
Yeah.
I know it looks cool on the inside. I would just ask you to talk maybe a little bit closer to the mic. Yeah.
Okay. This is ASMR.
No, don't do that. Considering the sound of the mic, it's like, yeah, this is ASMR.
I'll find a happy medium somewhere. Okay, so
really,
I don't know if anyone can see this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't trust you with it. Sorry. But
I didn't ask to hold it. I was just showing you where to point it to.
I know. I see where to point it to. So
yes.
What this is, you have these two reeds, and these ones are the modern version. They have a carbon fiber tongue. It vibrates with the air, and so if I play them together, it's like this. And I can actually mute one aside by just closing all the holes. That's just one, and here's the other. And just to prove to you that it's not just one thing, you can also do this. And yeah, that's how it works. It's an ingenious little thing. It sounds really cool. It's a really distinct sound, and you can't see it. You're looking at the hair, aren't you? So
yes.
There's a hair in this reed because...
Can you trust me and I'll hold it like very close? No, because
this one is super loose.
I'm not going to hold it up. I'm going to hold it down. And if it falls, then you're going to demonstrate how to... Wow. Okay.
If it falls, I'm going to demonstrate how you have to order them new from Slovakia if they break. And
Oh,
and I'm
okay, never
screwed,
mind.
So.
So there is a hair. There is a hair that's holding the little,
The tongue.
the tongue, jezíček. I don't know what
Actually,
you call
can
it.
show these ones because one of them is broken, so I can't use these anymore. But these are the old school reeds made out of cane from Vransko jezero on the island of Cres.
Let me just get closer a little bit.
And they actually sound really beautiful, but they're a bitch, man. Like the humidity and everything. There actually is a video of, maybe we'll play it later. There's a video of me on YouTube playing a mech in a concert with the cane reeds, and you can hear it like fail a couple times. And
Yeah, we should show that.
we will, yeah.
And
We have some other videos lined up. I didn't think about that one, but we should. You want to talk a bit about the music, about today's, about all the...
I actually
your
wanted to ask
expertise?
you how you got into music first.
Oh, how I got into music?
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, my parents thought it would make me well-rounded. Joke's on them. So I played mostly wind instruments, even though now I play bass. And one of those wind instruments was actually the Scottish Highland bagpipes, which is another joke on my parents.
Why?
Well, they're very. I mean, they were invented to. They were invented as a form of psychological warfare. I'm not sure if you know that, but they're
The Scottish?
yeah, they're
in
allowed
particular?
to scare people away in the battle. I mean, they're also a very beautiful instrument, but it was difficult for me to appreciate that at the time, because what I knew was all of the really hard work you have to put in when you're just starting out, which is grueling but good. I mean, I basically learned how to practice music by practicing bagpipes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to practice before. I was like a natural, but bagpipes, it's like if you don't practice, you actually lose the ability to play it. It's like running, kind of. So I didn't like it because I don't like running either. So I stopped and I focused on bass, and it wasn't until a couple of years ago that I started getting back into bagpipes and reeds and things. And
How did that happen?
I was doing a project at the Shed a couple of years ago, composing music for bagpipes, for Scottish bagpipes and Korean double reeds. And
But okay, before you start,
well, that's how it happened. It was 'cause
but
of
why
that.
bagpipes? Yeah. Why did you
Oh, why?
yeah, so you're like, oh, I was just composing the music for bagpipes. But really, like, why were you composing music for bagpipes after not playing them for, a substantial number of years and not thinking, like, it wasn't for you to play? Why did you decide on that? And
why? I don't remember why. It was just because of the sound, the sound and all the weird properties of double reeds in general. There's a lot of cool things you can do with them, and and through that I got back into bagpipes, back into like kind of the other kind of non-traditional ways of using them.
and Korean instruments?
Yeah, and Korean instruments.
No, how did that happen? Yeah. Where did you learn about it, and how did you decide to do it? You guys were also printing stuff, and you were we had a arsenal of pipes, which we still do around the house. So I mean, it's just super interesting. That's why I'm asking you more questions about it, and I'm trying to figure out.
Talk about this.
No.
You want to talk about all that too? Okay. Well.
Because one thing leads
Vicente
to
was
the
studying
other.
Korean music at the time. I think that's
Okay. So Vicente, his collaborator.
That was from him, and he kind of reached out to me because he knew that I used to play bagpipes. So he kind of made me get back into it.
So it's old glory. That's what we say in Croatian. I don't know if you say it here.
And we actually just recorded an album of that, and we have to do a live stream ourselves at some point. So
This is good
stay
practice
tuned.
for
Yeah,
you.
it's
Yeah.
good. It is good practice. We have to do a live stream about that music. So I'd like to save it actually for that.
Okay.
We don't have to get into it now.
Yes.
But basically, long story short, what she's trying to lead me to.
I'm not trying to
somewhat
lead you. I'm
unsuccessfully,
curious. No,
is
I'm
I learned
curious.
this from her cousin Dario Kucic, who is a.
But that I know how it happened. Like you,
Well, the
you
people
came
don't.
and you. But I can talk about that.
Yeah, you talk about it.
No, but
No, please
you
do. I've
came
been
and you
talking to
saw him play
Yeah.
at Crescendo, and both you and Vicente were there, and that was really cool. Like I know how that happened. But then you decided to get one of these when you heard Dario. But please, you talk.
What did someone say?
No, Pablo just gave a heart. Like
Oh,
we're
okay.
bickering on online. You say no, I want to say it. No, I want to say it.
Yeah, I got this, and I learned through a few lessons over Viber, right? It's Viber.
Yeah, actually, for people here in States, WhatsApp is used here. Viber is generally used in Croatia. So
Yeah,
for
I
those
didn't
who don't
what
know,
it was. So I learned because what happened is so I had it and I kind of knew I was gonna end up playing it at this concert at the Shed last year, and so, but also you had me. You decided that I was going to play it at the Kennedy Center when I had no practice. When I didn't even.
you had the instrument. Though.
I didn't though, because that was Vicente's. I borrowed it from him. I didn't even have the instrument. I didn't own the instrument or anything. You were just like, oh, there is a mech in New York, so therefore you will play it.
Because he knew how to do it.
Not really.
You know, kind
no,
of.
I had to learn.
No,
and,
but I think you first started learning it, and then I was like, "You're gonna play it because you know enough now to do an intro to do balloon, right?
Yeah,
that was the first
thing. I
thing.
learned was Eastrian, which is bad.
Balloon is the traditional dance and music from the region of Istria, what they call Croatian Toscana. I have to plug it in a little bit. We have a friend of mine, Domagoj, is asking, how do you like Croatian instruments in general?
I mean, the only one I've played is this. I would really love to get my hands on some sopile from Krk.
Did you ever see them live?
Yes.
Okay, when?
I don't know. Maybe I just saw videos. No, I saw them in the church.
In the church, okay.
Yeah, I saw them.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are crazy. I don't really know anything about the other ones, like the tamburica and the weird flat bass, and I don't know.
What's the weird flat bass?
That they play in the tamburica, like with no bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
flat, you mean. Yeah. Bass.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about that, but
Well, I have to say that Matt bought a huge book of Croatian instruments,
I did.
Lado, produced by Lado, in Croatia. It's in English, right? And
it's in both.
And I've learned a lot just like looking through
You've
it.
been looking through it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
cool.
did
I
a
know
little
that.
bit, but I didn't know many things. So it's a huge, rich history that I should check out more. Definitely. Shame on me, which is what we started with.
I think that interesting thing for me is just how different the regions produce very different kinds of music and different instruments. This is just one type of Croatian bagpipe. Like I always feel weird when I say like, oh, I play Primorski mech, which is Croatian bagpipe, because it's not. This is just one, and there's like 5 other kinds, some of which like work completely differently. Like I don't know if you know about like the duda. It has 5 reeds in it, 1 reed for every note, and so you can play like these like chords and stuff. Yeah, it sounds really cool. So I just want to get all of them. I just want to become a collector. And,
so yeah, I hope this answered your question, but we're gonna have a collection now.
It's gonna grow. A gusle too, of course.
Yeah, great. Can't wait. I'll sing Gange.
Oh boy.
Yeah, those are all the traditional stuff. Like I was not exposed so much. We were exposed when we were kids in like music school and in the choir. We would always have one thing from, something on the repertoire from the Eastrian scale, but it wasn't in the way that it's sung in, I would say, by the original singers. It was more adapted to tempered music now, like.
Can you explain the Eastrian scale
Well,
to the people?
Oh, I haven't played it. No. Am I playing it right?
Well, no, because you're playing it tempered.
I'm playing. You see, he's.
So why don't you explain it?
I tried.
Instead of doing the thing
This
you
was a trick question because it is written out, but it's trying to be notated while it actually has the intervals that are not playable on the keyboard. This was so. Look at you. And so I think you can play it better on your mic than I can play it on the piano. But this is actually the proof that it really the music that I learned was adapted to the keyboard.
Yeah, that's
and it just wasn't sung like that. And I'm thinking about it now that I should maybe do one of these and just play the field recordings, because I found some of them on the archives of Radio Rijeka, and I recorded some myself.
Can you pull one of those up? Well, I can play something while you do that.
I didn't prepare it now, and I can talk about singing more, but let's focus on Mech now, and I'll just do it some other time.
Yeah, so I can demonstrate what is sort of the Eastrian scale. Although I think that
I was busted.
I busted.
Busted.
Equal temperament is a crime. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But so I'm not going to blow it up because I'm going to keep talking.
Come closer to the mic.
I will. Well, I'm trying to play too. Anyway, so while we're talking about the Eastrian scale, I think based on the minimal research I've done on the few resources that are actually in English on this, I don't believe that the Eastrian scale is actually a really defined set of pitches. I think it depends because it really comes it comes from like a vocal tradition of people singing in groups, and different communities will tune it slightly differently, and then the instruments that they make will also be tuned slightly differently. But the thing that is common is basically what Astrid played on the piano, which is this certain intervallic shape of kind of like seconds and thirds roughly in two voices. And that's where this instrument is very interesting because, as I said before, there's two chanters here. I can play both of those voices, and I'm just going to demonstrate that. So if you can listen closely, you hear the bottom voice is kind of going like na 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 na, like kind of just going between two notes, and then the upper voice is actually going up and down the scale, and that kind of creates this feeling of tension and release, which is interesting because it's like it doesn't sound like tonal really, but you can play things that sound very tonal on it, like. A lot of the folk music kind of does this like moving between the root and the kind of the 5 chord like this. Or you can even play like merengue.
he said merengue.
That kind of stuff. So it's cool. So those are the basic, like, if you want to stick to like the traditional notes, like it's kind of like there's two chords. There's the 1 chord and the 5 chord, and those are that's what.
Tension and release.
Yeah, let's just say tension and release. Let's not get all jazz boy about it. You want to play a video of Dario because.
So let's do the proper introduction.
Okay.
But why? Because why? Why do you want to play it now?
Just so you can hear how it's really supposed to sound before I lead more people astray.
So Dario is my cousin from the island of Tres, and he's the one that met her play this instrument first. Dario is also a fine musician. He sings gorgeously and he plays different instruments, but now I'm just gonna show his dedication. He plays the instrument. There's only 2 players or few players on the island left, and he's one of them. He's playing for Folkloric Association Studenac from Nerezine, and I learned all these songs that I cover, and he learned Mech from him doing, video lessons over Viber and WhatsApp. So we have to thank him so much. He also organizes a festival for this music, for this instrument, where he has a ton of people coming from all over the world.
It's not just for this, it's for like all the different bagpipes.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. From all over the world, they come to our little island in May every year. And you can really see. I've never attended in person, unfortunately. But they record things. So this recording that we're going to show now is from that festival. And let me play it now. And Dario, if you're watching, thank you. This is Thanksgiving Day.
Valapuno. Yes, thank you.
We have so much to be thankful for him. So let's play it. Let us know if everything's cool with the sound.
Dragi gosti, posjetitelji I dragi izvođači.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second, but do you want me to skip it ahead to show the dancing with the mech?
Yeah,
Is it the same?
It's in this video,
clip?
yeah.
Where should I skip it to?
Like maybe 3 minutes or so.
So it's gonna be the folklore.
Just like 2 dancers.
2 dancers from Nerezine dancing to this music, and this is how the instrument was used mostly as an accompaniment for dancing.
Yeah, and like super rhythmic. Like it's it's the rhythm section. Like that's what I didn't really realize at first. I just wanted to like, you know, play random stuff. But I remember the first time when I played it for him in person, he was like, "Come on, rhythm, rhythm, rhythm." I'm like, oh, okay.
And yeah, and he goes with his leg.
Yeah,
Doom,
yeah.
doom, doom,
They
doom,
bring out like
doom.
this board and they stomp on it. And
Exactly.
It's pretty cool. You can play it. Show
Okay.
it.
So where to skip it to?
I
3 minutes,
Like
you
3
said?
Yeah, just look at the little thumbnail until you see the dancers there.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I got it.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Now I had to see them bow. That's and I love that we got to hear his voice a little bit as well. He's like dobro večer. I'm like, oh, I miss him. But yeah, if you ever watch it, thank you so much for everything. What is okay? Dubravko says, Dula Lala. I can't even see it. Laland of trees.
What?
Island. Oh, island of trees.
Island of
there was a
trees.
typo.
Ah.
All right. Yeah. So this was Dario, and then we have some other things that I see that Matt wanted to show. I'm afraid of some. But he's going to show his influences or inspirations, where it all came from.
So in addition to my lesson with Dario, the main way I learned this was just finding videos on YouTube and just trying to transcribe people, which is difficult because, like I said, like every instrument is tuned a little bit differently, so you can't just like play along like you would with a, you know, like transcribing a jazz solo or whatever. So I would have to find things where I could really like see people's fingers and really figure out what they were playing and then kind of do it myself. So one of them is actually another guy from Tres, is Mario Mujic, right?
Oh, yes.
That's the
you
next,
found him.
the next tab. Actually, that's what. So when I went onto YouTube and I searched meh, and you search meh, nothing comes up because it's like meh. So you get all these like reaction videos and stuff, like ridiculous things.
Just explain it a little bit for the people who are not from here. What does meh mean?
It means like eh.
Whatever.
Well, okay. And
Yeah, like.
should I say
eh.
what it means? Should I translate meh in Croatian? Or
What?
not?
Why?
Well,
Where
it's
I don't
vulgar,
know
isn't
what
it?
it is.
Never mind. Meh je boli me briga. You know.
Boli me briga.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And clean version. Anyway, so then I searched.
I don't care, kind
Then-
of.
yeah.
But no, it's not just I don't care. Meh is kind of like what?
It's like unimpressed.
It's
I'm
unimpressed.
So,
Yeah. So you searched meh
well, first, and then nothing. So then I
because
searched
meh is in the dialect.
Yeah,
We
it's-
call it
mie
mie
or gaida.
or gaide. Yes.
Anyway, so then I searched meh tres, and actually I didn't know any of these videos. I didn't know that if I searched for festival mieja tres, all of this stuff of Dario would come up. Like I just found this out today because I was always just searching like tres meh, like only podomachu, and all I would find is I found these like a couple videos of Dario filmed from really far away by some tourists. But then I found this one video of Mario Mujic, in some restaurant playing for a group of tourists, and he's just shredding, and I could actually see his fingers, and I kind of lifted some stuff. So if you want to play it.
Yeah, let
Who's
me
saying-
just pull
who's
up Pablo's comment because he showed
Yeah,
that
that's
thing.
me.
That's me.
Yeah,
Thank you,
exactly.
Pablo. I love it that you're watching and that you're helping. So I just want to give a little background, which is really interesting. So the island of Tres and Loxin, no, Tres on its own. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I should
Don't
be
bring
ashamed.
in-
I
don't bring
should
Lošinj
really
into this.
be ashamed. It's the biggest island of Croatia.
The biggest.
The biggest.
Don't believe
And if
what
you
you
don't
hear
believe,
from
yes, I will prove you wrong. But
Don't wait. No, actually, don't say anything too inflammatory because I'm still trying to get some sopila. So don't. We might not be able to get them now.
but so Sopila are from the island, from the other island, from Krk. But so what I wanted to say is I just got some messages that distracted me for a second. I'm just gonna close it here. Okay. I wanted to say about Mario Mužić, who is from Orlec. And the funny thing is that Mario and Dario are the two, and there is another folkloric association in Orlec that preserve the dance and the song and the tradition. And Mario and Dario, my cousin, they're the same age. They were actually sitting, when we were kids, when we were in school, we would sit 2 by 2. I don't think that's common here. But we have benches like when 2 people sit, and it's very important who you sit with because like that, those are people, you interact the most. And they were sitting together. And now they're like the 2 players,
Yeah.
the folkloric mech players. And
Maestro.
yeah, and it's just awesome. I don't think I've had a chance to meet Mario in person, but I've seen a lot of videos and heard a lot about him. So I hope I will. But so he's from Orlec. That's a little bit up higher, and let's see what Matt chose to showcase from that. Okay, so it's yeah, I know, from here, or should I start from the beginning or not?
Yeah, just play it. Just play it. Yeah.
Okay. What did you want to ask?
Nothing. Just play it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Just do something cool at the end.
Let's see
Yeah,
till
play
the
it
end.
at the
It's
end,
a
yeah.
little bit more.
At the end's cool.
It's a few seconds more.
Yeah. 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 So So yeah,
Nice.
he's just like shredding, and you know, it sounds, the melody he's playing there sounds very similar to the one that Dario is playing, but and this is what Dario told me, and so I'm just gonna trust him. Is that the big difference is the way that they ornament the melodies, and apparently back in the day when like every village on Tres would have their mech player, they all kind of had distinct styles, and you could tell where somebody was from based on the way they did it. And so the thing I noticed in Dario's playing is that when he goes to the top note, he would kind of slide like that kind of thing. And then what Mario is doing is just kind of hitting it straight and doing more kind of like grace notes and stuff. So yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I'm learning.
Lyrical.
Yeah.
Dario and Resina are on the water, so
yeah,
it's
who knows?
more like.
That could just be Dario's thing. It could not be real. I don't know.
But Dario is also from Belize, so
He's-
he's up higher too. It's not just the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. What else do we have?
To play or like,
I don't know.
I mean, I can, if you want to show the beginning of Croatian do Peroja, or if you don't want to play an Istri and stuff, I understand.
No, I'm fine. I mean, this is the talk with you, so whatever you say, it's not my responsibility. I don't get to censor. But maybe I should, considering the lyrics of this.
Maybe we should. I mean, we don't have to hear any of the singing even, because that's not really the part that interested me. It was the.
But let me just explain. So I'm gonna share my screen here so you see it. And yeah, we're not gonna play the whole thing because it's extremely impolite and extremely
increasingly so.
It just talks about sex and like in very. Okay, how do I explain this? You saw the translation and everything. What did you think about it when you saw this?
Oh, I just thought I needed to send it to you, and then you thought you needed to play it for people from your
For
church.
my friends. And we watched it and I was like, oh my God, I've never seen this. But this is, this is folk music. This is music from the villages. So you have very different kinds of lyrics. And this one is not translated, right?
There's one with subtitles. You want to
But
find
not
it?
this one.
Not
No,
this one.
I don't. So we're going to just
Yeah,
play
I
a
did that
little
on
bit
purpose.
because this is what Matt found when he was looking for.
But I actually did learn some things from this. Particularly, I mean, you're going to see this guy actually, he plays and sings at the same time, which is
Okay.
cool. Which I can't do because I don't have a valve in here to stop the air coming out. But
So how does that work?
there's a one-way release valve that you can put onto here, which is actually very common in a lot of bagpipes. So then you can just keep it full and you can like be singing and the air won't be coming out of where you blow in.
So we're going to see that now?
I don't remember which part he does it, but just play it from the beginning.
Okay.
And then the thing about this video is that it's a lot of different people singing the same song with different instruments. So it's actually, if you're interested in the folk music, I recommend checking this out because you see a lot of different instruments and you can hear some great lyrics. But what I'm interested in is this dude, whose name I don't know who it is, but he's great. You can
So
play it.
Croatian, Peroj, those are villages in Istria.
Where's the good restaurant? That's in Croatian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
Nice.
We always go there to eat,
Nice.
and I'm like, this is the place. Anyway,
Yes.
we should play it.
Okay, from here, where you
Yeah.
played it? Okay.
Yeah. It's all on the right.
Hmm?
I hear it. It's only in the right position. Okay, I don't know.
Cut it out?
I
says
mean,
cut it
you can
out.
Just play the whole, I mean, but it's just like a lot of different things, and I don't remember where he plays again. I thought he played for longer.
Oh, okay.
Just scroll. Actually, if you
I
find
can scroll a little
there's
bit.
a cool part where he plays and all the sheep run out of the barn while he's playing. There.
Is this it?
Yeah.
No, but this
Yeah.
is not where the sheep come
Yeah.
through.
Oh, whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's a good.
Oh,
video.
there. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, play from there. He plays some
I will.
good shit there.
lipa moja, lipa si ma, lipo mi se s tobom spi. Na majčinoj postelji ma kada stare domani.
But it gets really soft when he
It's because
sings.
he's only going into the right channel and you don't have it. I hear it. Trust me, I hear it fine. Anyway, he says,
Should I stop it?
yeah, you can stop it. So, but the thing about this is that not only is it
Right.
about sex, it's also about geography. Because
Oh,
it's about
it's like
going,
Девочица Рожица.
it's about going from one town to another and all the things you do on the way, which
We have
actually, yeah, so Astrid's acting all like, oh, you know, in some places they're so inappropriate. But she taught me a song from Tres called Девочица Рожица, which is literally that. So
that Dario taught me.
that Dario taught her. And then
Yes. And that ended up on the album.
it did, yeah. Actually, I ended up on my album too, on my solo mech album, which I should be plugging in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I have a record that I was making this summer while we were in Croatia, and I would just go out into the woods on the island of Tres or down to the beach and record. And I did some things that are kind of traditional, and I also was figuring out some extended techniques, like finding new notes. Are you looking for it or not? Are you looking for your thing?
No, yes.
Okay. We'll bring it up later. Anyway, so
Yeah, I will
but yeah.
bring it up. Just if
So-
you. Okay, oh,
Oh,
wait,
what-
sorry.
What are you
This is
doing?
not. I was just trying to find something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I recorded some of that, and I can talk about some of those extended techniques if you want, or you wanna
Yes,
show.
please.
Oh, don't show this. This is my first gig on it.
That's what you were you were talking about it before.
Okay, you
so
can see how
people
far I've
don't
come.
see this now.
I wasn't talking about this one. I was talking about the one at the shed, but
Oh, okay.
But
I
you
thought-
can play this
No,
too.
but you said that it was
with the cane
breaking up.
reeds.
Yeah, that
But
was
that-
the shed.
That happened at the
Oh,
shed too.
okay.
I did it better at the shed, I think. But whatever, you can play this. It's fine. Show them this.
I love that I have the control of what I'm showing. Matt's like, oh, don't show this. I'm like, yes, I am showing this. So
I just
this
thought
was
they-
when I said, so, but wait a second, Matt. You said before that I made you, I was like, you're playing this. And we talked about balloon. And this was for this performance.
Yeah, the balloon was.
Yeah.
I'm not talking
So
about that.
you said I was, you got the mech, and then I was like, okay, you're playing it for this show. So if that was me, then it was for this performance. Then we talked about that.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pull it up. So this is Matt sweating probably. It doesn't know if it's gonna work or not. When we performed at the Kennedy Center, and dancers that you're gonna see are from folklore association Hrvatska Ruža, which means Croatian Rose, from Astoria here in New York. They did an awesome job, and this was with my band last year, a little bit more than a year ago, in the Kennedy Center in Washington D.C. with Ben Rosenblum on accordion and Peter Mannheim on drums, and Matt here on bass, but also on mech. This was the second gig.
This is
that
the
we did.
first like real gig.
The first, not real, the first really, really serious one. So it got recorded. Let me show you what he did. So this is balloon.
Yeah, and note how the tuning is completely different because it's a different instrument.
So yeah, this was a different make. I love this.
this was like all I could play, so that's why
Yeah.
I'm only playing one thing.
Yes.
What?
I don't know if you heard well.
What? I can't hear what you're saying.
Just make sure you're speaking on the mic.
Look where I am.
It's gotten lower.
Oh my god. That wasn't as bad as I thought. Anyway.
Yeah, anyways, we're gonna stop this. We're gonna talk about
I need
singing
to I
some
need to
other
I
time.
need to redeem myself now. I need to play something.
If you want to, go ahead. Yeah.
I can play a little bit of Divočice if you want.
Sure.
Yeah, so this is do you want to play a little of it from that?
I'm
Can you
just
find
curious,
it?
did we play it? Did you play it with the make or not? No, right? It was
No,
played with the
just the bass.
no.
No, at the very beginning, but no.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that was like a weird intro while you talked.
Okay.
She likes doing this thing where she'll like talk over me playing the mech, which is actually really hard because I just have to keep playing forever. And
You're talking above the mic.
I'm in the mic.
Yes. Okay, let me
After the show, we're gonna be in the back. We have some. Oh,
Yeah, just play from the music.
in the back.
I don't know where the
I don't know
music
if that's
is.
a bar, but
Keep going.
on me.
Yeah, no, we don't need to hear this again.
Double bass, Matt.
Okay, Divočice?
Ma djevojčice zezo sora ne budi tako joholna. Trajna na nina nina naj, trajna na nina nena. Koja na nina nina naj, rožice rumena. Rožice, rožice.
You can see the mech on top of the bass amp slowly deflating.
Ma djevojčice zezbeleja, spod pukni mi spod beleja. Trajna na nina nina naj, trajna na nina nena.
Anyway.
Okay, let me pause it.
Naj, rožice rumena.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it now. And let me pull the camera back on us. So you wanna play Divočice?
Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, I love doing that.
Should make it closer.
I will. I am. I'm in the middle of. Yeah. So that's a little, pseudo traditional music that I learned on this. But something that to me is really interesting is that there's a lot of sounds you can make that are, I mean, technically, like you're not supposed to do. Like, the things that just would have no place in the traditional music. And I spent some time figuring some of those out. And when I performed it in Croatia, a lot of people who were used to the sounds of this thought I had actually like physically modified the instrument. They thought I had like drilled extra holes in it to find more notes and all of this stuff. And they were like, that sounds so weird. Like, why, you know, and I was actually afraid people would be like angry. But
Why?
as Astrid says, since I'm not from there, I can do whatever I want. Like if I was from there, someone would be like, you know, you're not, you know, you have to learn the tradition before you do that. But I'm just an American. People are like, why the hell are you even playing this thing? That's cool.
Yeah.
So I dig that.
So I want to show you, we had Dushanka ask where can she get Matt's album, and it's on Bandcamp.
Thank you, Dushanka.
So let me just pull it up here. There we go. And it says, I love it. It says, Mech is what does it say? Is a wheezing, squawking, singing sack of sounds of joy. That's what he explained it as. But yeah, you can go to Bandcamp, to Matt's profile. If you just type in Matt Muntz Bandcamp, you'll find it. And this beautiful picture is from above the house, the bay of Marashchica on the island where we stay. And this is actually, I think, the place where you recorded it, right?
Some of the tracks, yeah.
Right?
It was in
Some of the
different
tracks are like really like, because he would just take the recorder and go in front of this old church up in the middle of nowhere.
And there was occasion on some of the, I think on the second and third track, you actually hear like a sheep at the very end, like right when I finish, which is pretty cool. Other ones, I went down to the beach and I like I put the recorder like right on a rock next to the waves, and then like the tide would come in and I thought it would get, you know, it was going to get swept out. But so you can hear the waves and you can hear bugs and different things. So it was a really cool project. I said I would keep adding more, but like I'm really not inspired to go out into Brooklyn into the traffic and record. Although maybe it would be cool. Like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I think that's a good idea. Volume 2.
Go on the subway
and see what happens.
Yeah.
But also do videos.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Record
absolutely.
with the video and with audio.
Maybe I could end up on like Eric Andre or something, like going
on
to
the what?
Like on the Eric Andre show. If I go into like a crowded subway and terrorize people with
Who is Eric Andre?
Never mind.
No, I don't know.
He's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
Don't out yourself.
No, why? I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm sure a lot of people don't know.
A lot
as
of people
well.
do know. So,
Well,
okay. Anyway, check it out.
I'm not ashamed to ask.
Bird up. Anyway. So, I mean, what was that?
Say pizza bowl delivery.
Exactly.
Pablo knows
exactly.
who that is. I'm just gonna pull it up.
So I can play a little. There's maybe like one or two tracks, or like one track I'd like to just show part of, maybe I'll just play. I'll kind of play some of the more weird sounds since we've gotten used to the normal sounds. One of the things I found really interesting is just kind of finding different harmonic possibilities just by kind of using some different fingerings and things. And then also I discovered, and this is part of the reason I didn't want to pass her the chanter before, is because one of the reeds in here is extremely loose, and that's actually on purpose, because if you do that, I found that if you close all the holes and underblow, the pitch goes way up. Like you access a whole nother register that you're not supposed to be able to get. And I think it's some weird thing with like the air venting in the side of the reed or something. Like I don't know. So yeah, the combination of those two things really opened up a lot of possibilities. And so like, for instance, I recorded a version of a traditional Japanese song on there that uses notes that, you know, you wouldn't be able to find on a regular mech, or at least a mech played regularly. And
I would love to hear that one. Can we pull it up and play it? Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
But before we do, let me just say we have, my God, my eyes are, I don't know why, my contacts are messed up, but we have Pelka Evdenic, Kuzelka say, I just love the description of Mech and your Stada shirt, Matt. And that's how I wanted to say it. Yeah, so great job. Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate, and you even know what Stada is. That's a saying from my hometown, not from the island, from the city of Rijeka. We always say Stada. And I just want to say, respond to Dušanka as well. She's asking if balloon is from ballet. No. I love it because Dušanka is also another cousin of the first cousins. And we are all from this town, village of Belay, that's where my mom is from. And balloon is actually the dance from Istria, very famous traditional dance. And that's why the people from here, from Astoria, the choreographers and the dancers knew the dance. So that's why they asked Matt to play that particular melody. And that's why he learned that one first. But it's not from ballet, unfortunately.
Dario was mad when I played it for him. That was the only thing I could play. And he was like, why are you playing Istrian things on the Primorski mech? I was like, what?
Dario who taught him, he was just like, why is he playing this? I never taught him that. But that was funny. Yeah, so, thank you. Thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for your comments. And I'm really glad we got to do this. And kind of for Thanksgiving, you think like, oh, everybody will be hanging with their families and everything. But then I was thinking, well, a lot of people are not going to get to visit anybody, and they're going to be good and stay at home and make food on their own. And maybe, they'll be a little bit bored and turn on the good old social media and we can share something that I am really grateful for, that I have this background and then I have this husband here that learned an instrument from my background that I didn't even know. And it's just, and I have this family that's awesome. Yeah, the family and friends, and it's just, I'm really happy that we could do this. So let's play and like I remember when you were playing at the shed, this was like you said, this is probably the only time that Primorski mech was on the stage with Korean.
Oh, do you want to play that? It's like a minute.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
I can find it. It's under a weird name.
Okay, but that's a really cool thing.
Sound, yeah.
And now you recorded a Japanese song on this instrument. So it's just, we love Matt, says Dušanka. Let me just I'm gonna move a little bit for Matt to find it. So what you're gonna see now, this is from the shed performance, right?
Yes.
There we go. So before you start playing it, just like tell us a little bit about who's playing, and no, you don't need to put full screen.
So this is from a project that we were kind of talking about a little before. That was a collaboration between myself and Vicente Hansen, another composer, and this features it features Gamin Kang and Jua Yoon on Korean reed instruments, the piri, which you're going to hear here, and then a taepyeongso, which is a really crazy it's like a Korean sopile, actually, if you want to think of it that way.
And sopile is?
A really loud thing. Just look it up. Look up Ode to Joy, Eastrian scale, and you're going to find it. Anyway, but so it was them on Korean instruments, and then Matthew Welch and David Watson on Scottish Highland bagpipes. And then we also made them play a bunch of these like homemade, half 3D printed, half handmade instruments that now I'm actually having to record, and I feel really bad about making them play these in performance because they like barely work. So apologies to everybody, and thank you for your efforts at that. But anyway, so we'll just play the very beginning of this. This is the introduction to the piece, and Astrid I remember her post about it. She was very proud and patriotic to point out that the Croatian mech is the first sound you hear in this concert.
I wrote that?
You did.
I'm not surprised. Okay, so let's go. Yep, it's true.
There it is. So that's the Korean instrument.
That's it?
It keeps going, but it's fine.
Oh, you see the Scottish, the big one?
Yes, yeah.
That's always a good sight. I just like it so much.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay.
You can stop it.
Okay, he wants me to stop it. So
No, you
I'll
can.
stop.
I mean, it's fine. I'm not ashamed. I just feel like we're wasting. No, I'm not wasting time. But yeah, the thing I really like about that sound mixture is that so the piri, the Korean instrument, it's very like flexible in pitch because they bend it. They have their mouth on the reed and they bend the pitch a ton, so they're going like whoa, 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 whoa. And the meh, because it's a bagpipe, is not very flexible. It has kind of these set notes that come out, and especially then I didn't really know what I was doing, so I could only play a few notes. And so that combination I think is just a really cool sound. And yeah.
Cool. I just want to say, Dushanka says, we love Matt. That's the family.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
And we're going to have to end this live stream. It's been more than an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it flew by. But we're going to have to end it soon because we have a Zoom meeting with the family. So looking forward to that. But before we do, let's play the Japanese song.
If you want, or the last track on it is also
Whichever
good.
you want, or we can play a little bit of both. I just wanted you to realize what time it is because it flies.
Yeah.
Really.
You pick.
I don't pick, you pick. It's your day.
Yeah, play the last track. I think
Dance Labyrinth.
Dance Labyrinth, yes.
Okay. So once again, where was this one recorded?
This was on the beach.
On the beach? Okay.
Yeah, like Lucica, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like right by the water. You're gonna hear the waves, and yeah. It's
Awesome.
nice.
Woo. Okay.
that was at the end. Yeah, so that was sort of like, that was actually after I played for Dario, and he was like, rhythm, rhythm, rhythm. So I was trying to sort of integrate the weird notes with just rhythm, and I was just trying to like figure out some way to like, you know, do it justice as the rhythm section instrument it is. And that particular phrase, I remember that came out totally by accident, like, and then I was like, this is cool, I'm just gonna keep repeating it, you know. So that's how I learned most of the stuff. I just improvised and found little gems. Yeah.
And now you play me.
And now, yeah, and what next? One day you wake up and you play a Croatian bagpipe. It could happen to you.
I don't know. It didn't happen to me.
Not yet.
Awesome. Do you want to play something for the ending?
Play us out.
What?
Yeah, play us out. That's
Oh, you want to play live, or you want to
no.
play something? Whatever.
I
I
don't
thought
care.
you might wanted to share something else from your.
I mean, people can listen to the record. It's free.
Yeah, actually, that's
You can
right.
buy
You can
it
just
too, but it's
yeah.
also free.
Well, then I'll ask Matt to play something in the moment for this Thanksgiving of the 2020. I'd like to thank him, and I'd like to thank you all before you start playing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm really glad we got to do this, because we got to connect with a lot of family and music and sounds from home, which is awesome. And I intend to do more of these live streams as we go, as we stay at home. It seems so make sure you subscribe if you're on YouTube to the channel, so you get notified when it comes up, or on Facebook, like and follow the page, and follow on Twitch if you're watching from there. And I just enjoyed these so much, and I have already thought about some other guests that I want to have here, but also do it by myself as I did before. And if you like what you do, I've just started a Patreon. So we're here in New York, and before the official launch, there's another word that I don't know.
She's hungry, so she's saying lunch.
Lunch, yes, I'm saying lunch because we need to eat soon. But launch, is that launch? If you go to my Patreon, which is the link is right there written out, you can sign up, and I can send you a postcard from New York City. And even if you're from New York, I'm gonna choose a good one. So yeah, thank you for watching. And thank you for being an interactive audience. So we got a little bit of feedback, and we got to hang with you. And bon appetit. No, you don't say that here. What do you say here? This is like a serious dinner today, and you don't. How do you say enjoy your food, or say grace, or
Dig in.
dig in? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Pelka. Thank you for your wonderful words. I'm going to pull up the last comment, and now we're going to hear from Matt live, and everybody dig in.
This is a traditional
Can't hear
Thanksgiving
you.
song.
What is it?
This is a traditional Thanksgiving song, because you know it's not a traditional Thanksgiving without a Croatian bagpipe. Thanks.
Thank you guys for watching, and see you soon, and enjoy your food, or, good night wherever you are, or good morning. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Astrid.
Thank you. Okay, now we go eat. Dig in.
Gotta cook first.